And we are live. Good noon, everyone. This is the virtual awards for our 2025 Oktoberfest event. Thanks, everyone, for participating. Thanks to our sponsors that allow us to do everything that we do. And I did not grab a Bell Stores water for this. I can't believe I forgot. I had too much fun in Columbus yesterday at the Buckeyes game. But I got one person in now. Let's see if we get any more. We can start our fun. The exciting part is we got the Hobie Eyewear $100 gift certificate that we're gonna randomly draw someone that signed up. So that's gonna be cool. But before we get into the Oktoberfest, let's take a look back at the full year. The picture that I'm sharing now is all of us that went out to the Susquehanna for the championship, the team challenge. Josiah took the youth AOY for the second year in a row, so that was pretty cool. And we had a lot of fun. That house was pretty amazing. Definitely looking forward to doing it again next year. Like it's a fun end of the year thing to do. Here's all our events and the winners of them. The Big Bass, going back to even a couple of last year, but we can start with the April online. Actually had the largest limits that we had all year. They definitely were feeding up during April. Derek with 104 inches, Christian 103.5. He also had the Big Bass at 21 and 3/4, which ended up being the largest bass we had measured this year from any of our events. That's April's a fun time, especially when you got 30 days to fish. Andrew's there, Ken, Roger, Adam, Brett, Steven, all the normal names you get used to seeing here. But that was a good warm up. Then we went into our first event, the first single day event, the 4 Lake Pick'em, which was the absolute worst weather I think we had all year. It rained the entire time. But 3 fish limit. Benjamin Messmore got 54.5 inches. Jay's right there with 53.25, and Richard got a tough lesson in you got to sign up for a big bass. At 21 and 3/4 did not get the big bass payout, so that was a rough one. And actually, upon review, Rich and I were judging this event, and PFD's not secured here, so we were not doing our job on that one. So we're human, we try, but we missed that one. Then to our second event was the joint event with Western PA on Pymatooing. That was also pretty bad weather. It was real cold and windy, but it didn't stop Rabbit in his dominance at Pymatooing. He had 89 and 3/4 inches, the largest smallmouth that we had registered at any of our events, 19 and 1/4. He is hard to beat on Pymatooing, and even with that super cold weather, he's still able to get it done. Nate got a 4th place finish. Michael Ekman 5th, Josiah 6th, and there's Brett, Adam, Jeff, Andrew, Steve. You guys found fish. Raccoon Creek weekend was a fun one for me because I actually got to participate and I cashed a check. Robert Weicker and Matt Davis, 2 locals down there, 51.5 and 51.25, and then I'm right there with 49.25. That was fun. Caught my first spotted bass. I caught some big smallies. There's some nice smallies. That was fun. And Raccoon Creek, of course, I mean, it's a little out of the way. It's not quite Northeast Ohio. It's definitely not Northeast Ohio, but they treat us well. Dustin, Bobby, Brett, Justin, and all the other people that I'm forgetting. What's going on, Drew?
Hey, guys.
It's a fun weekend, and I look forward to doing it next year again. Need to hook up with Dustin and get that scheduled for next year, but we're definitely gonna go down there. And if you're looking for a kayak upgrade in the off season, talk to Dustin, see what he's got. He's definitely work out a deal for you. We'll get you. He'll get you the kayak that you want. But it didn't get too many people down there, but it was still a fun weekend, and I cashed a check, so I just wanted to highlight that one. Then we had the Rivers event, and that we learned that you don't need to have 10,000 miles of river available for an event. We're definitely gonna narrow it down a bit for next year, but it's already in the works. Jay's working on something pretty cool for the Rivers event next year. But Steve Baker with 52 3/4, Ryan Parker, Clayton Carter, Scott Chris, Canton Man, Drew Gregory, Mark Brooks, Josiah again. It was a cool event. A lot of cool water available to that, but there's a lot of water, so we're definitely going to tighten that up a bit. Moving on to Portage Lakes, our signature event. Steve Baker, this is when Steve decided to show up. 91 1/4 inches. Josiah took second with 90 3/4. Christian, he's a Portage Lakes local, and Hammer, he always shows up and does well. And Adam again, Dan Darrington, Chris Hannigan, Drew, Andrew, Tim, Nate, likely suspects here. And I believe, it's Jeremy. Oh, there's a tie, actually. This is the one we still owe Josiah the Big Bass trophy for, but 20 3/4 for him. And then Jeremy Huntington, 20 3/4 as well. Moving on to Mosquito. Adam took first place, 54.5. Nate right there, 53 3/4. Mark, Tim, Ben, Adam, Brett, Jeremy, Steve. This is where we decided the AOI, and Steve down here in 9th place did just enough to be named our Angler of the Year. 2025 Angler of the Year, taking home the Smalley, courtesy of Raccoon Creek. The suspense stands showing it off. The Polymer Designs 3D printed trophy to keep, and the traveling trophy that will get his name put on. That was fun. Oh gosh, and I didn't mention Jeremy with the hot dogs, like all season long. I mean, just cooking hot dogs for us at every single meetup, which, after a long day of paddling, nice little salty meat treat. That's a good little thing to go. And then the Angler of the Year standings, Steve took first place with 336 points. Adam's right there with 322. Nate 315. Josiah 311, and Tim with 311. Tying for 4th place. If you look back to the standings, the 336 is a pretty low score. That we're finally getting some parity where a lot of people are doing well, and a little more of a question. I know I had to do math at the Mosquito event just to make sure. So that's pretty cool when it's still in the standings there. When it's still in anyone can take it. Like Jay had 340 points last year. Kevin Sams with 326. I think that was actually the lowest one there. Adam, when he beat me with 350, and I had 345 in 2022. And 2021, Eric Lander, for some reason it's backwards. He had 350 as well. So it's kind of cool seeing that the scores are closer and more spread out. Which then led us to the Angler of the Year Championship, where once again, Josh Sims took it. Those Central PA guys are tough, but right behind him, Steve Baker, 88 1/4 inches. Going down, we got Nate in 9th place, Tim and Josiah again right with each other in 11th and 12th place. And then the team challenge taking place at the same time, Central PA again with the dominance there, EPA, and then Northeast Ohio, and Brett right there with 52 inches that carried the team, put them there. And I was down there at the bottom of the bottom team. But we're here for the Oktoberfest. So let's talk about that. A full month where we had 80-degree days, we had 30-degree days. I'm surprised we didn't get any snow. We had wind and rain and all kinds of fun stuff. But Brett hit the 100-inch mark, and he broke. We had a 3-way tie for Big Bass. Brett broke that twice. So that was quite a bit. How'd you get the last few big ones, just the last week, to take first place, to keep first place and break the Big Bass tie? Like what changed, or what'd you figure out? Or
after it got really cold, a lot of the fish I was fishing for just seemed to push off into a little bit deeper water, just hanging on the edges of things. And I really just had to chuck big baits or like an A-rig around to even get them to pay attention to anything. I was really fishing for like 3 bites a day most of the time.
That's kind of what you do for the month longs, though. Anymore you need 100+ inches when you have a full month to do it. So yeah, kind of felt your limit than big baits. Andrew, did you notice any change with the weather, like what they were doing, or did you adjust what you were doing to catch them?
Once it got cold, like right before dark, I felt like I always found them chasing bait way up shallow, like up on walls and stuff. So I found a couple of the 19s and doing that right before dark. I think that biggest one was right before dark that I had. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, 6:11 p.m.
I had one like that too, right at the end of the day. Was heading back to the ramp, just making a few casts around.
6:28. Yeah, you're right there. So we had 20 anglers, and I didn't pull up the payouts. 20 anglers, 18 were in Big Bass. So we got $142.50 being added to charity. First place is taking $213.75. That's Brett. Andrew, $149.63, and then Roger's getting $64.13. And I'll get those payouts out as soon as we finish this meeting. The virtual awards, I'll get them out here before I head into the brewery. But yeah, I lost my order. Brett, Andrew, Roger, Jeff Lewis, Josiah there, 5th place. Blake, Mark, Jake, Jeremy, Matt. Half the anglers caught limits. Brett, you called a lot too. 14.
They were biting really good at the beginning of the tournament, but once that cold front hit, it was hard to get numbers again.
Yeah.
Estimated weight of 23.35 pounds. Did Brett, did you stick to lakes? Did you go to any secret honey hole spots or anything?
I fished my normal spot I would start at for these kind of tournaments for the first half of the month and was catching them on glide baits and stuff. And then I felt like it just kind of ran out of quality, or I seemed to just dump a couple of the really big ones in that area. So I just switched lakes halfway through trying to find something else going on. I would have went to Mogador, but it's just been terrible because the water's so low, and I just stuck to clean water really.
Andrew, what about you? Do you fish mostly lakes, or do you hit some honey holes?
It was a mix, but I fished a ton of different places. I probably went to 10, probably 12 different lakes. So just kind of tried a bunch of different ones, see what I could find.
I know I saw all the locations when I was judging. Drew and I did, but I kind of forget. It's been a whole month long. I really like seeing. I love these kind of events to see like who's being sneaky and not sneaky in a bad way, but like creative. There you go. Who's being creative and finding little spots, and who's fishing like the known producers. It's always fun to see that. But Drew, you got any questions or anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I tried to stay out of the duck hunter's way, Drew, just for you guys. There's a bunch of them out late in the year.
Jay and I were surprised we didn't see anybody that day. That was for sure.
Last year I was on long, and I just thought they were ducks in the water, so I was just kind of fishing like normal, and then all of a sudden I'm like 5 feet from shore, and all of a sudden there's a guy right there with a gun. I was like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry." You're like, he was really good camouflage. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even see you. You should have said something." And he's like, "Oh, you weren't being that loud, and there aren't any ducks yet anyway." But
Yeah,
At least your guy was nice about it.
I just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," and he's like, "No, it's fine, it's fine."
Yeah, like a week ago, I rolled up on a guy because it was super foggy and I couldn't see, and I rolled up on him, but he was just getting set up, so it wasn't a big deal. But, yeah,
I did the same thing.
You can definitely not realize that it's their setup.
Yeah, I'm not looking for ducks. I'm looking for fish. So I'm not even looking up like that. I'll be like, oh look, there's some ducks in a protected little area. Maybe there's some fish over there, and I'll go over there and I'll be like, oh fuck, there's a guy in a bush. It's terrible. The one guy was yelling at me from the island at Nemasilla the other day.
What'd you get the big fish on? Was that the A-rig fish or glide bait?
The first big one was on glide bait, and the other two were on A-rigs.
All right.
That was pretty much what I threw 90% of the time of October.
Awesome. Cool. So that's it for Oktoberfest. Our next event is going to be the Holiday Hangout. It's December 13th, 2 p.m. at Sauce Tap Room and Kitchen in Lakewood, Ken's spot. So I hope to see everyone there. I just had someone message me this morning. We have something pretty awesome in the works for that the Holiday Hangout. I can't say it just yet, but I am pretty. It's pretty cool. The generosity of people and what we can do and what we can get. That's really cool. And thank you to that person, and looking forward to it in December. We do have the Hobie $100 gift certificate. I got everyone's names here. I put them in order of what signed up, but I think I'm going to hit shuffle a couple times. Get it real mixed up good here. And then we'll click spin and see who wins the $100 Hobie Eyewear gift certificate. And I have that code. I will send that to you after this meeting as well. So you'll get that from me. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh wait, I can do the bongo drum roll. Woo! Matt Tash. Wait, I have applause too. Matt Tash, I will. I'll send you that code after this meeting. Congratulations, Hobie Eyewear. Everyone that has them says they're amazing. That they're awesome. They float. Seems like a good thing for kayak fishing. So check them out. We do have a discount code for members. Congratulations to Matt winning the $100 Hobie Eyewear certificate. All the sponsors we've had all year. I know Bull Bay Rods is coming back next year. We had a rod we raffled off at every single event. The Steve is getting a semi-custom made Bull Bay rod for Angler of the Year. All the chapter AOIs are getting that, so that's pretty cool. They're wanting, they know us, they sought us out and wanted to help us. So that's real cool. Bull Bait rods. I don't know if anyone else is. I mean, Fishing Online is going to be back, of course, because they've been with us since the beginning. If you're looking to restock this winter, check them out. They got the ridiculously fast shipping, ludicrous speed. I know they'll be back. I don't know if anyone else is, but everyone that we had this year. Let me just pull up the list. fishing online or Hobie eyewear kayak cushions. Oh my gosh, I have I'm up to three kayak cushions and one cush bar. It's I have to have it now on everything. Like they're so comfortable. You don't think it would make that much of a difference, but it really does. Bull Bay rods I just mentioned. 412 Scared Fishless. They just got a restock of their spinner baits, the dreamsicle color that the PA guys rave about. They rave about them. That's their not so secret bait. Suspends. I lugged around the big rig and roll yellowfin rack all season. That was, but it's such an awesome thing that you have to show it off, because it is great. And I have the little racks for my other kayaks. I got my Attack on this rack. I'll be taking it to events next year to show off again. Catch products. We are announced during the captain's meeting for the championship. We are no longer going to accept hog troughs, and we're not going to approve the Yak Attack leaderboard. We are going to only accept catch boards. But they're a sponsor of ours, and they make a great board, super clear. I mean, you can see it in any picture. I just happen to choose this one, but like it's the perfect board, lightweight, clear measurements. There's no question. There were a couple in October where we had to use the top number to find, was it this one? Yes. Oh my gosh, lucky guess. So like these top numbers, it helped us get the measure on that. So just a great board. And we are accepting this one, the Catch X, the old school aluminum ones, but catch boards only. Moving on, sponsors, Woo Tungsten. The price for some tungsten products is going way up due to situations. Woo, we got a discount code for them. Never Lost Gear. I just pulled up, was it Ben's picture? He's got a Never Lost leash right there, keeping his catchboard secure. I have one for my phone. I keep it in my PFD pocket, but it's tethered to it there. It's awesome. Cross kicks. I don't want to go looking at feet pictures, but quite a number of our members have cross kicks now. As a massive 40% off code. Comfortable, light water, made for the water. Dubro Fishing, Kitech, Thomas Custom Lures, G-Socks, Boondocks, and Yak Power. And Yak Power is another one that I have the battery box, and it's essential. I take that anytime I go. I'm throwing it in my different kayaks for the different needs. I use it to charge my phone after the tournament when we're hanging out at the meetup, making me do math. So thank you to everyone that supported us this year and continues to support us through the years. This was our sixth year as a club, and we raised, I didn't add the numbers together, but we had $4,043.59. 43.59, and then add the 142.50, grand total $4,186.09 we raised this year, and that's just our solo events. We also it was over $2,000 from the joint event with Western PA. Pymatuming Battle of the Border, it's over $2,000 there, so it's over $6,000 that we generated this year. So awesome! Thank you, everyone. With that, I have nothing else to add. Hopefully, see you at Sauced in December, or maybe see you on the water. I'm hoping to get out for some steelhead this week. Maybe see you out there. But Brett, Andrew, Drew, you got anything else you want to say? Want to add?
I'm good.
Yeah, another good year. That's fun.
Yeah, just looking forward to next year. Keep an eye out. I know we'll make an announcement. Hopefully, get the schedule out at the holiday meetup, and then before we know it, we'll be signing up for next year's memberships already. So,
Yeah, cool. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe. See ya.
thanks, guys. Have safe holidays.